It's making me realize how much time we spend planning the funeral, but not the death.
Yes.
Everybody plans their funeral. They don't plan what they're going to do before that.
So true.
That's right.
You know, maybe we should start putting more forethought into what happens before the casket instead of after the casket. Because what does it matter after the casket?
Deep thoughts by Jeremy.
It's so true. And I will even say,
that literally just came to my mind as you were saying that.
Yeah, and some folks don't even plan their funeral either, and that's more common than you'd think. People truly even dying without knowing how they might want to go, and then the family is like left with trying to figure those answers out. I have been in various nursing settings as an RN, and about 3-4 years ago, I switched to hospice care, and that was like such a beautiful milestone in my life, and I've just been in love with the work I do since. And then a few years ago, I don't remember the year because time is weird, but sometime in March a few years ago, I had such a beautiful opportunity to go get trained as a death doula with the fantastic Lua Arthur. I went on a retreat where I deep dove with how many, 40 some plus beautiful souls, and really began learning what it means to be a death doula. And spoiler alert, the first step is really getting super comfy and curious with your own mortality. So that was
Makes
the
sense.
start for me. Yeah. So it's been a few years now as like an RN/death doula in the world.
Got it.
And then we often come up with like a plan A as like ideal. Okay, I want to be by the beach and like take my last breath with the waves and so on and so forth. But then as doulas, we learn to dial in like plan B, C, D, maybe even more. And just like, okay, maybe practicality wise, we can't make that happen based on physical needs, physical body things, and logistics. But how could we maybe really incorporate those same elements into the room and into the experience? And then, yeah, there's things that are little surprises along the way, and you just learn to adapt and listen and, yeah, be an anchor of support along the way. So some people might be like, ooh, that sounds woo-woo, that's not for me. You can literally work with a death doula to just be in the practical. Let's talk about advanced directives. Let's get my estate planning in order. Let's talk about like passwords and yeah, where I want my belongings.
The passwords. That's a, I'm telling you, the passwords.
That's a huge one that
There's
sneaks
so
up
many.
on people. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of practical, there's a lot of practical things to sort out in this work. So that might be what someone wants and needs. And they're like, I don't need the rest. I don't need to talk about ritual. I don't need to talk about anything. I want. I like to call it body cleansing ritual, but when someone dies, you cleanse their body with love and care, bringing in maybe like elements that they have either spoken to or you just know from knowing them, like, oh, they're like, a very yogic person. So maybe when I cleanse their body, I'll honor the chakras along the way. Or,
I love that.
yeah, maybe they were very Christian and there's an altar with elements of Jesus and that being honored. And so anyway, I got the opportunity to cleanse this person's body.
I think I might know some of this already, but could you clarify on what distinguishes a hospice worker from a death doula? What's the real differences there? What are their different roles in the process?
Yeah. So for me, for example, as a nurse, as a hospice nurse, I am, in my full nursing role. So I'm assessing, I'm medicating, I'm, treating, and just as a nurse tends to do just like holistic support. but within the healthcare system specifically. And that being said, same for, hospice physicians and social workers, chaplains, although chaplains are such beautiful anchors, everything we need in hospice, because they're basically doulas of hospice naturally, right? They're like doing all of that powerful work and carving out time to listen if they have a supportive team as much as they can.
Thanks for joining us on the Healthcare Uprising. Make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons before you go, and take a moment to think of a friend and hit that share button. You can find us on all the major audio platforms, and we've got video on YouTube if you want to watch us in action.
You can also find us on social media on LinkedIn, TikTok, and Instagram. Just search Healthcare Uprising to find us. And if you're a new company with a cool new product, if you're someone innovating alternative methods for the health and wellness space, or if you have a personal healthcare journey you'd like to share with us here at the Uprising, please email us at healthcareuprising@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you about coming on the show. Well, that's all for this dose of Healthcare Uprising. Until the next time, keep looking for the good in the world, because sometimes it's where you least expect it.
We are not doctors and we don't play one on TV. If you need medical advice, consult with your physician or a healthcare professional. This has been a Shut Up production.
Shut up!